the deal, yo? What goes on, everybody? Yeah, my bad. I'm running a bit late. I just got back in. I was out all day. Hold on. I'm fucking.
Yo, yo.
Oh, what's up? What up, Jacob? Just trying to. I'm still not in my new place, so I'm trying to get everything done. Probably gonna be in there tomorrow. Or not
Nice.
tomorrow. I'm sorry. Wednesday. Wednesday. So it's been crazy 2 months.
Where have you been staying? At your Airbnb or where?
Yeah, we got a couple of properties that we own. Thing is, it takes away from business.
Right.
What up, Ziggy? Well, I was looking at this flip here. This would have nice 20 pips. Should flip. Should come back down. I think it would be a little bit of a late entry.
Did you catch anything on Friday when we moved late?
Yeah, I didn't even want to talk about it. I had three positions for that all closed at 10 pips, so total of 30 playing while we were playing the games or while we were talking to the Brits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had a buy, a sell, and a buy, like just one after the other within like a span of about an hour.
But then
So
you
I
didn't
thought we
trade
were,
for the rest of the day after?
no, I didn't trade for the rest of the day, but I thought we were gonna drive. It was around 11. I thought we were gonna drive bullish and didn't drive. Came back and I put my stops at 10 pips in profit and got 10 stopped out. And the same thing on the sells and then same thing on the buys again. I attempted them again. And I was like, fuck this. I don't even think I said bye to anyone. I signed off.
Oh, that's why you had left? Because those trades?
Yeah, it was annoying. I had three attempts for something to run and
Yeah, I see.
nothing. Yeah, there it goes. It's flipping. Yeah, see. That's what we discussed. I'm late here, so I mean the break of the previous 15 high was a pretty decent entry here. About 20 pips. Knowing the 30 goes like this. Yeah. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Because it might still drive bullish after the 30 close. Alright, let's mark up some levels, excuse me. Daily closed bullish. We should still come up if we're gonna. We should fill the wick here, 2009, before we make any decision, up or down. So if it's gonna come up over there, where can it reject? Even before we come down here, I would expect this, right? Even before this candle drives down, I would expect this to still come up tap 09 before coming down if we're not going to continue up. But the daily's printing in such a way that if you think about it, it's going to need a couple of candles to come down, grab a steeper low than it already made. See the four. Well, it's the 4 hour still bearish. You might grab a top wick and come down. The 2 might flip here, or the 1 hour might break this right now before the end of the hour and fill the wick down. What are we emulating? Which part of the market? Yeah, we are
I have a question, Wait, since it's really just us. It's only us four, right? There's really nobody, huh? So
It's
right here,
about
like,
9 people, no, 12 people on the YouTube,
oh, oh,
and
this is well on here on
and
Zoom,
about
right?
3 people in the Zoom. Yeah, 4 people
So
in the Zoom.
when you're looking left, like, so for breakouts, when you're looking for, when you look left for resistance, like, say when you want to look for stops to be, how do you differentiate that between those and then looking left for like, is it the same thing basically?
What do you mean? I'm not sure I understand you.
Like say, okay, say right here we're breaking. So say we're looking, say we look for, say you would look, say, okay, this is my next resistance. I could move stops to be there,
Okay.
and then when you're looking for stuff to mirror, it's just it's different. Right? It's just two different things, right?
Um, I'm not looking about for like just the most recent play at that area. I'm looking for the way the market has moved here on the higher time frame last time, and I believe look at the 4 hour. This is what we're looking at, right? Hold on. Right, this area, what we're mirroring, this move right here is this move right here. So I want to go back to this area. I want to go back to this area, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna base the levels here now based on what happened here, right there, because this is what I think we're mirroring, not this part of the move on the higher time frame. And we have over here we have levels right around the same area that were established, but those were levels on a bearish move. These levels were on the bullish move that's happening right now. So I think that's what we have to kind of like base our levels on and then manage risk based on that. That's why a lot of times if you don't have anything to base your movements on, I mean, if you're not mirroring anything that's happened previously, or if you just don't see, if you just haven't noticed it, it becomes, your levels become kind of more arbitrary. We're at a nice rejection area across the board here in the hourly. It's a key area, gang. We're gonna pay attention to these levels here. Hold on. Something even better. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so here's what I'd like to get across. 2007 763. We need to get up there before we fill the range down to 85. So if we understand that, and we understand that we can fill down the range to 85 once we break all these highs here, right? But at this area we don't know if we're gonna reject down or come up. Then we have an advantage to that area, right? So we can take a buy into there if we get an indication that we're holding support here, knowing that we need to tap these areas to grab orders in order to come down, right? But that's
Yeah.
so if we're wrong, we're gonna have a great advantage point here before the flip down, so we'll be able to take advantage, maybe 10, 15, 20 pips, or let's see. Yeah, oh, 50 pips is a lot. Oh, from 2003, 2008, right? These ranges are massive. These candles are massive. So if we're expecting that, and then if we're not wrong, right? If we're right, then we're just set up good for runners with really good entries. So let's see if we can get some kind of indication that we're going to hold support and come back and retest the highs here. And gold, that's why I like gold a lot, 'cause it's very technical. It'll create a range, right? It'll create a high, it'll create a low, it'll create a range, it fills the range typically, right? It'll fill the range, it'll make a decision whether it's going to continue up or whether it's going to come back in range and then fill the range again and make a decision, right? It's very technical. So if you know it's got to get to the decision area, I think the key difference was we used to play off of the decision area. Now I'm playing more into the decision area, because at the decision area we used to play like, oh, where's it going to go, up or down from there? Where now is like, all right, we're headed to the decision area where it has to make the decision, right? So we're putting our, I guess, bet on the fact that by the time it gets there, we're going to be break even and it's going to be house money, and then no matter what decision it makes, we have no risk on the table. That's kind of how I'm approaching it.
Kind of get the better probability. Because it has to do both, but you're getting the one before.
Yeah, we're pre-gaming. We're pre-gaming on the candles, yeah.
And then that's why I feel like with the way we trade now, it's like you could honestly take both trades at the same time if you wanted to, but you have to be really quick with it.
You just gotta understand.
It just depends, yeah. Also, too, it depends what the situation is.
But let's see how this sets up here, because could get interesting. We have a 30 to just close, right? 30 close really bullish, but we don't have a bottom wick on this candle, so. I'm kind of forced to wait here. Ideally, we're going to break the 4-hour highs here. Whether it's on the next 4-hour or this 4-hour. Because the next 4-hour, if we close like this, most likely, next 4-hour ends up closing like this. So then we would be looking for entries somewhere around this area. But it's kind of tough, right? Because at that point, right, if you're looking at it at that point, this daily flips and it's driving up, right? It's really bullish. So it's very tough to, it's very brave to be taking a sell there if you're just taking it off the rip. You got to wait for an indication of the market slowing down. Those things are your advantage points. As much as prices that you tap on the chart, little nuances of how the market moves and how it gets there are also your advantage points. All right, give me a second, chat. What's wick server? In what sense? This will be interesting here. On the next hourly candle, because that way, if we close here, the candle, the 4-hour closes bearish. The 1 hour will close bullish, but if we open up on the next 1 hour with a top wick without making a bottom wick and get to 2007, I'll take sells off the rip, expecting us to reject somewhere between 07 and 09. And really for buys, you might see buys here as well. We're gonna have to close up above 03 here, yeah. We close above here on the hourly. I will look for buys if we come back down, tap 2000. We gotta close above there. We close below there. I'm looking for a top wick on the next candle and then coming down.
I feel like, look, since this was the open, can I draw on the chart? Then I feel like we're more likely to be bullish because the way we've just been coming down and grabbing perfect liquidity.
You're more likely to be bullish? Yeah, you are. You've seen how bullish the daily closed? You're going off you're basing your overall on the daily.
But no, more what I'm saying, like go to like where you were just were. Just because the way how we've just been printing for the last like since we came down. So we came down and just grabbing perfect like just to grind slowly up to probably right there and then maybe a steeper soon.
Yeah, that's what you just drew. It makes sense. Yeah, you slowly trickle up here. Oh, whoops, trickle up and then the move. But I'm gonna let the higher time frame candles close here before we have an indication, or before I know, before it brings out any kind of comfort level in me. Like a lot of things still have to happen here. $15 isn't bad here either. If we can come down here on the next 15. Oh, the next 15 is the last of the 4 hour. Yeah, never mind. We're gonna wait this out to the 4 hour anyway. It's a strong daily breakout. Like this is setting up massively for market open. This is setting up for a good 100 pip, 150 pip drive. Quote me on that tomorrow morning. I mean, we might drive and reject, but it's still setting up for a drive. Like, this shit needs a catalyst. Like, goddamn, if, like... So, Israel just entered into Gaza. Like, see how this shit always lines up? Like, there's gonna be some massive news for Monday morning, like, overnight tonight, like a full-on invasion of Gaza or something like that. This shit will fly, I don't know, 2050. Look at the last 4 hour candle of last week. 200 pip candle, 220 pip candle, 230. Where do we go from? 1983, 2009, 260 pips. I mean, what am I saying? 260 pips. Yeah, oh yeah. Come on, yeah. We can go 260 overnight. Easy then, right? The thing is this steep enough of a pullback? Right here, if this bottom wick's steep enough, did it grab enough orders to drive? I don't think so. I think we would have had to come down to 1985 before we drive further. That's why I'm kind of skeptical of it driving right now. I think it's going to drive, it's going to grab orders, fake people out, come back down in range, and then grab more orders right here, 85 to 90 area, and then drive up. It's just what would make sense here. That's what we typically do. Then again, we live in really volatile times. It might drive up here to 2024 before doing that. But 2007 is what we're looking at, and let's see if we can take buys to there. Let's see if it holds before it gets there. It gives us an indication. Yeah, this is tough. Previous 15 closed bearish, right? So you're kind of expecting a top wick here and come back in range. But if it doesn't, and if we kind of hold around this area, another bottom wick, we'll look for buys to the top of 50 pip range. Oh, there goes the daily flip. That's the 4-hour flip. That's the daily flip here. Yeah, but a flip's a flip, right? But is it a drive? I'm not expecting a drive here. Any massive news? Really? Yeah, I don't want us to fill the range here yet. I want us to fill it, but not on this candle. But with a lot of volume, it can fill here. Give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna go grab my trusty vape pen. Hmm. 15, no top wick, huh? Might flip here. Not enough. Yeah, there goes the flip. If we were to tap '07 here, we'd be enough to rip. Not caring that this last 15 of the 4, understanding that typically the last 15 of the 4 has to give a pullback, and the 15 closed here with no top wick. We tap '07, we're expecting a pullback. Let's see, this 4-hour might still close bearish. Thing is, if it closes bearish, how bearish will it close? This is going to be a really key closure on the hourly. What a good rejection. How textbook. If there was a textbook, this would be really textbook.
Now can we look for the buys? Since we already rejected.
It's gonna depend on how we close and on how the next candle opens. I mean, I can still look for buys and sells here. I guess if this. I just got to see an indication that we're respecting this level on the hourly. Right? 04.3. I want to close above there. If we're above there on the hourly, I'm looking for a bottom wick to break this previous 30 low and to drive up. I need an indication of a support formed, right? So I want to know that we're not rejecting off a resistance to come further down. I want to know that we're finding a support here, and if we find a support anywhere, I understand that we have to come up. Next area is 07. 077. So if we're going to head there, or 08, right? 07 to 09 area, that's the next area we're heading to. And if that's where we're going to head to, before making the next decision, I want to find a support so I don't sit and draw down. But it tapped strong area. It didn't quite reach the hourly level here, but still just ballparked it. We're gonna wait about 10 minutes here before we make a decision. Interesting. 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 See how we close. Look where everybody's at. People on the Zoom is slow. Typically 10 to 15 on Zoom. About 20 on the YouTubes. So we're kind of roaming around that area that we've marked off at 04.3. Look, see how perfect that level was. Finding play there. Let's see what it does. We'll break through and close below. In 5 minutes, we're going to close right at it. That'll be interesting. Be on Zoom, but like YouTube on my phone. Oh yeah, yeah. Mobile makes sense. This camera keep riding up. Last 5 of the 4 hour. Only got 2 screens. I have to pick up a third to watch it. Feel you. Actually, no, I don't. But however you got to do it. See, that's what I spoke about. Daily flip, then drive. 4 hour flip, then drive. This is going to be the decision-making level here, huh? I will say this though. If the first thing we do here, without making a bottom wick on the next hourly, is drive up as soon as we break, as soon as we tap 08.936, I'm going to look for a sell for us to come back down in range. If the first thing that happens is we drive up without breaking the lows. Is it necessarily gonna happen? Not really, but if it does, we don't know. But if it does, then we'll be ready. Overall though, this might take a little while to set up, but when it does, you guys should be ready. You have to understand that if we do start coming down here, right, you'll see the next 4 hour make a top wick and start coming back down in range. And if it does that and you've missed the rejections and it's coming down here, now you know when we're coming down, we're going to have to tap 96.8, right? Because now that we've rejected, you know, we drove from here to here, rejected here, couldn't break these highs, so we didn't grab more orders, right? So we technically should not have more enough volume to drive past here. But we understand that we retested the highs and we're flipping back in range, and now we're closing below the previous lows. We're gonna have to tap at least this area or further below to either fill the range down or to drive past. So if we know we're gonna have to come down here, sorry, that's a lot of boxes. You can look for the market after the rejection up here. You can look for the market as it starts heading down, right? As it starts closing like this on the hourly, you can look for these top wicks, have entry somewhere here, understanding you have to tap these areas before making the next decision, and let it take you down to that area. You go break even and secure whatever you want. If it continues down, great. If it rejects here, comes up, it's house money. Oof. Nice pull up. It flipped, right? The 4 hours flipped here. Now you can't take sells off the rip at this area. The previous 4 hours closed there. Right, so you're expecting to come back down in range. But once again, not before you tap these highs. Let's see if we can get some buys up. I think we're going to have to re-break the highs before coming back down in range, even with the 4 hour closing bear. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. But I think we still have to break the highs. So you might see a 4 hour celery play here. So it would be a 1 hour bottom wick. If it doesn't, then we'll look for sells into 96.8. I believe we still have to re-break the highs. Let's see if we can hold support on a smaller time frame, because right now with the 15, the 5 closed bearish. I know the 30s closed bull, but we didn't break the previous 30 low that had no bottom wick. If we did that, then maybe I'd look for a buy off that wick right here. I just don't have a advantage point. But we did close above 04.3 on the hourly, right? That's what we wanted, to look for more buys to the top of the range. Yeah. Hold on a second, chat. How do I get in with server? What do you mean? I don't know what that means. On the Discord? Gotta DM me. DM me with your YouTube name.
It's probably talking about the Zoom in the Discord. Maybe the
Zoom
Discord.
access, you get a message in YouTube. It gives you Zoom access. Gonna drive up or what? Okay. Another tap to 04 and drive up. No. kind of forced to wait here.
What are you looking for?
An indication of an entry. We could have buys or sells here. I just want to see how the market sets up. I just want an advantage point either direction. Oh. Hold on, game. My kids are crying. Sorry, gang. Give me a sec. I gotta put my kids to bed here. Hold on. Chat. Guys, I'm gonna call it a stream here. My kid's not feeling well. I think I'm gonna go take care of her. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a stream. Give me a sec, chat.
All right, bro.
Yeah, kids call, emergency calls.
I'm gonna get off here then. See
Yep.
you, Wix. Hope everything's
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go take care of their fever. I'll see you guys later on. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll make this up. We'll make this session up midweek.
Yeah, see you.